Hi, I'm Selena, and today I'm doing the Booktube Newbie Tag because I am a newbie to Booktube. Let's just get it right into the questions. Why did you start this channel? Okay, so my boyfriend actually encouraged me to start this channel. I was not brave enough without his encouragement because I'm kind of a baby. I started this channel to talk about books with people who have read the same books I've read or interested in the same kind of books that I like, or just who want to talk about books. I'll talk to anyone. I will be friends with literally anyone who wants to be friends with me. Talk to me about books and like friendship. It can happen. That's why I started this channel, and I'm excited to have done it. Cool. I'm looking at my Harry Potter journal for the questions. What are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? Absolutely nothing unique. No, I mean, I just like, I really like a lot of the things that Booktube does. It's kind of like the basic formula, like the TBRs and wrap-ups, and I really like the old stuff, but I think I could bring some more classics content for people who like classics. We already have a bunch of great booktubers who talk about classics, like Lucy the Reader, Murphy Napier. There's several more. I watch all of them. I think that they're great, but I can't remember their channel names right now. I just think that, I mean, there's never enough classics content, and I mean, I also really like fantasy. I love like the fantasy side of Booktube. I love the things I love, and unique ideas will come from that, I guess, and come from that love. What are you most excited for about this new channel? Ooh, definitely just talking to people about books and trading book recommendations and, I don't know, community, friendship, that sort of thing. I probably should have said this for the last question, but I have some cool ideas that are in the works that I would really like to get to do and execute. So yeah, I'm excited about a lot of things. Number 4, why do you love reading? I don't know. I just have always loved it. I've not always been as obsessed as I am with it now, and I've not always read as much as I do now. That is a pretty recent development in the last year or so. I have always just found it so kind of calming, and it just really works with my brain to kind of escape into a book for an hour or a couple minutes or a few hours, however long it is. I always love that. It kind of keeps my brain like busy enough so where I'm not bored if the book is good, and it also kind of keeps me lulled and like relaxed enough. Ooh, what book or series got you into reading? This one, this copy of The Lightning Thief has like a thing on it because I got it used. Percy Jackson series. When I read this series for the first time, I was 10 years old and I'd never read it, and so my friend loaned me all the books and I was obsessed. This is the first time I was ever obsessed with a book series or a book. I read before this and I had favorites before this, I guess, but I didn't like have like an all-consuming sort of love for characters and plot, and just I was just taken with this series. I have a lot of nostalgia with it. I would actually love to reread the series and see how it holds up, and see, that glare is really ugly. I would like to see how this holds up and see how I feel about it now, years later. Yeah, after reading Percy Jackson, everything just changed for me and I fell in love. And then I started reading everything like Harry Potter and Hunger Games and other stuff. What challenges will be the hardest to overcome? Definitely like editing stuff, probably. It's always a challenge to feel like you're good enough to be on a platform. But I think the way to get through that is just patience with yourself and patience with your content and trying your best and making things that you are proud of. So if you want to have a booktube channel and you happen to be watching this and you don't have one already, take that as your encouragement. Start a booktube channel, talk to me about it, do this tag, and we can all be newbies together. When did you start reading? I've been reading kind of since I was a kid. I read all of the Rainbow Magic books when I was 8 years old, and I loved those. And I started reading some other stuff when I was like 9. I read like The City of Ember, which I have like The City of Ember and that series. And then when I was 10, I really got into reading with Percy Jackson, because when I'd read before, like I'd read because I liked the experience of reading, but I wasn't really attached to the actual books. Like with the Rainbow Magic books, there wasn't like, I was obsessed with them, yes, but it was because they were quick and easy and fun, and not necessarily because I was feeling such emotions over those characters. But Percy Jackson really made me the reader that I am today, or helped. A lot of things have made me the reader that I am today. And the final question that I'm gonna do is, what kind of books do you read? So I read kind of everything. I read, my 3 favorite genres are fantasy, classics, and kind of dark, heavy sort of contemporary books, adult or YA. I also read historical fiction. I read some science fiction. I read some horror. I read some mystery. I read like a tiny little bit of romance. I read middle grade books. I read YA. I read adult. I read it all basically. Contemporaries, fantasy, and classics are definitely my favorites. Age range doesn't matter for any of those. I like YA fantasy. I like adult fantasy. I like YA contemporary. I like adult contemporary. I like children's classics. I like classics that were geared more towards adults. I like it all. I really like everything, and so whatever your reading taste is, we probably align in some way. Well, that was my Booktube Newbie Tag. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope that if this inspires you to make your own channel, if you see this, take this as an encouragement. Do it. It's fun. See you next time. Bye.